So I touched on this on my last video yesterday, and I kind of just want to talk about it more today. Um, Social media is kind of ass, like YouTube and all that shit. Obviously, you feel me. Last video, if you ain't see that, I talked about it. But I'm not even talking about YouTube. I'm talking more about just like social media, Instagram, Twitter, all that type of shit. Even TikTok now. I feel like that shit should be used as like a tool to meet cool people, not like a way to like put others down or like try to make your life better than it actually is. I feel like being authentic is way more cool than like trying to be cool, trying to put on a persona and try to be like who you're not. Cause genuinely, like some of like the most authentic people I know are in real life, and that's because you're not worrying about impressions, you're not worrying about comments, you're not worrying about what other people gotta say. And I feel like a lot of people gotta like not think like that, but like even like with social media and all that shit, social media isn't like a real like it's not a real thing, bro. Once you turn off the phone, none of this shit matters. I mean, we could have a blackout and like your digital footprint is gone. Everybody got a digital footprint, bro. My mom probably got horrible fucking pictures of me on her Facebook. She definitely do. Matter of fact, like I ain't gonna lie, she definitely do. But like I ain't gonna lie, that shit doesn't matter. Like why are we trying to put on personas and put on like make characters of ourselves that like aren't even our actual selves, bro? Authenticity is so much more impressing than like just random shit. I'm not gonna lie, I'm way more impressed by people that are just themselves than like people that are just trying to put on like a persona and shit. And like I understand if you're like trying even not even, bro, because even like with music and shit, something like the most music that like resonates with me is when people are just being them true selves, not just being like a persona, not trying to be bigger than like you feel me? Like you could be bigger than life, you could do all that shit, and it could be cool, but like I don't think you gotta like you know what I'm saying? Like social media should be a tool to like where we meet other people that are not even like us, but like that are doing the same things that kind of interest us, bro. When TikTok first came out, I ain't gonna lie, that app was cool as like I hate that app now. But when that app first came out, it was cool because you were just able to like you would scroll and just like meet other people that were like interested in the same shit that you were into. And then you could connect, become mutuals, be friends, and then like you feel me? Talk back and forth like, oh, I like this. You like this. That's crazy. Have you heard this person's project? Yeah. Have you heard this? Like, that's fire to me. Now it's like people just like doing the same shit. And like, even then, you had people back then doing the same shit, dancing, doing trends and shit. But like, I'm not gonna lie, all that shit kind of just sucks, bro. Cause genuinely, like, I miss when like social media was a way to like everybody could just connect. Like, bro, we all like social media is fire as fuck. Like, I'm not gonna lie back then we didn't have this shit. And like I feel like it might have been better, but like now that we do have these shit, it's not going anywhere. Now that we have this shit, we have supercomputers in our pockets. Might as well utilize them the right way instead of just scrolling for hours, killing time and all that shit. Use it as like a way to fucking if you're interested in art, music, photography, film, any of that shit. Meet other people that are interested in those topics and connect with them, bro. Like that's what social media started as was like a way for us to connect. Why the fuck are we like flexing on it? Why the fuck? Why are you, bro? Why are you flexing a bankroll that's not even yours in a pool that you don't even that you don't even own in a car that you rent? What are we doing? Like genuinely, and that's just one example, bro. You have people like literally portraying lives that they don't live at all, bro. Authenticity is like I said that shit. I butchered that word, but like being authentic is way more cool than any persona you could put on, bro. Being your true self is like way more interesting to me than like you trying to like yeah, I mean trying to look cool and like all that shit, bro. I want to like this shit just ass, boy. Like I ain't gonna lie, bro. I miss when like people were just themselves, bro. I miss when like we could just connect with each other, bro. Everything's weird now. And like social media, that whole shit, like a lot of people obviously like we grew up with that shit. But like, bro, the people before us, they lived normal lives and then got social media introduced to them. And I wish like I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I wish that would be better because like social media being like a new thing, I felt like would have been crazy to experience. That's just me though. I feel like that'd be fire as fuck. But like also you go back and like see their digital footprint. They ain't know that shit was gonna be there forever. Like that shit is crazy. I feel like People my age now, like we all kind of move cautious around social media because we know that shit really gonna be around forever, bro. Like you put some nut shit on Instagram, that shit probably gonna come back and find you, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like it's like, and that's like that's cool, but that's like the beauty of it, bro. Like whatever you put out there is gonna be out there forever. That's fire as fuck. Why not try to like put something cool out there instead of just posting a fucking fit pic, like clothes that you don't even own for it. Let's start there. But nah, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't got much to say. Like honestly, I just wish we can all use social media as like as a way to connect. Like I ain't gonna lie, I wish social media stopped being like people just like up in the ante, and I wish it was more just like, yo, here's what I'm doing. If y'all are interested, come check it out. Come talk to me about it and all that shit. And that's the way I use social media, at least Instagram and all that shit. You know, I met some really cool people off like Instagram, Twitter, um, TikTok, all that shit. And like even like I barely use social media as is now because of like all that. Just the way I was very in my head about just like being perceived and all that shit. And honestly, I just said fuck that because perception will literally like being scared of being perceived will rob you of all the fun you could have. I ain't gonna lie, and all the cool people you could meet. So if you are scared of like being perceived or being judged or any of that shit, say fuck that and start something. Make something cool. You feel me? If you like drawing, if you like writing, if you like filming stuff, if you just got interest, start that shit today. Fuck what anybody says, bro. If your friend group is like, yo, this is ass, continue to do it and build that shit up. And even if it is ass, once you get good at it, people are gonna see that. And like people could see your progression. I cheat code for me, what I did, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Like with music and all that shit, spent like 3 years just like working on that shit till I like got confident enough to where like I liked it, and then I put it out. Cause I know how I am. If people were like seeing the shit I was making 3, 4 years ago and they was calling it ass cause it was, I would have been like, I would have felt some type of way. Genuinely, the shit that I'm making, I'm confident in and I want people to hear. And I feel like that's the way you gotta go about it. Like, hold on. I'm about to put y'all on. I'm about to put y'all on game, man. Way I was looking at music and all that shit, like me and my friend, we were like working on like clothes and shit together. He had like his own little clothing brand and shit, right? And he was very in like he really changed my mind on like a lot of shit the way I like thought about it, even like art and all that stuff. Music, I'm just using music as an example. This could really, you feel me? This could go to anything. But like at the end of the day, music is a product. Obviously there's art, like I love the art side of music. That will never leave. But like at the end of the day, when you're pushing something out, it is a product. Would you rather have the product like be good quality? Like if you're making a t-shirt and the blank, you want the blank to feel nice, be good quality and all that shit before you ship it out. Same way with music. If the quality isn't there, why would you want your face and your brand and your everything attached to it? You know what I'm saying? So even if it is, you gotta keep your head down for a little bit and just like work on it and like make it to where it's good quality material, good quality. You feel me? And it feels nice on the skin. We're still talking about music. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Clothes wise, like it still feels good to you. That's when you can put it out. Shit don't gotta be perfect. Being a perfectionist will stop you from, bro, I'm a perfectionist and that shit has stopped me, robbed me from so many experiences, robbed me from like so many things have slipped through my fingers because I wanted to like make shit perfect. You're gonna sit there forever trying to make something perfect. Literally start today, do something cool, and don't let being perceived, don't let getting judged or any of that shit stop you from like doing something really cool. We all got the ability to make something cool, bruh. Put that shit out on social media, connect with people, and don't give a fuck about what anybody else says. Say fuck